know I'm vibing in slow motion. I gotta get some clothes. I gotta stop by my grandma's house and get some more clothes. I gotta do that today because oh my gosh, she wants to put on. So that's gotta be part of my mission today. But I definitely have to go live and make videos today. That's what we're doing all day. I got a little setup. I can put my computer there, chair. I can do. I'm probably not gonna do no desktop swing. You gonna shake something today? Probably not. I don't do twerk stuff no more. I don't know why y'all keep asking me that. I'm doing really good. How are you? If you texted me and the number was blocked, you probably played on my phone. My number is not for texting purposes. It's for video chats and custom videos. So if that's not what you were on, I definitely blocked you. And I'm not gonna unblock you. So yeah. You know I'm buying in some motion. So today's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be content. I have a lot of time to get shit done. And I'm about to get up and start my day. But first I need to get some clothes. So I need to go to my grandma's house. I need to text her and see if she's home. Or if she can bring me my clothes. No, I never called you. That was the first time. Then you must. I don't give my number out. So if you got my number and it's not working, it's because you played on my phone. Then you don't have the right number, but I probably never gave you my number. So I don't quite know what you're talking about. You can email me, Nola, N-U, Jackson at gmail.com. No, I gave chat my WhatsApp number. I don't give my number out to chat. I gave chat my WhatsApp number and my Telegram number. So you probably didn't hit me on WhatsApp or Telegram. I'm like a here and thank you. I gave them my WhatsApp number. You have to hit me on WhatsApp or Telegram. You probably didn't download that app. I don't give my number out to chat. I give them my WhatsApp and my Telegram number. You know I'm balling like some motion. I just really got up. Do you know how psychotic it is to watch somebody's live and know where they're staying at and to harass them? But the best part is it's all on camera. So another lawsuit. And some of y'all can't afford to lose y'all's job. Y'all be counting on that 15 an hour. So what are you going to do when you get fired? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Some of y'all really can't afford to lose y'all's job. But I thank God that I'm not a crash dummy like some of y'all because some of y'all can't afford to lose a job. You don't have no other sources of income. So to be rude to somebody or to harass somebody at your job that you work at on camera is probably the dumbest thing you could possibly ever do. But that's what crash dummies do. Like it's crazy. I can't even come to a hotel room and mind my business and be in peace without a loser harassing me. Like, I understand you're mad at life, you made horrible decisions. I get it, but it's not my fault. And I would really appreciate it if you stop trying to take it out on me. It's nobody's fault but yours. I take accountability for my mistakes, and it's time that some of you, and I'm not talking to chat. This is not chat. This is people who are really harassing me in real life. I don't have any mask on. I literally woke up like this. But I was just where I was staying at, I didn't have any like skincare or anything, and I had like white people lotion, which is like super water based. So I was drinking a lot of broth, beef broth and chicken broth, because it's the same thing as bone broth. They use bones when they make it, so it's essentially the same thing, same collagen and jelly and jello. I was eating a decent amount of jello. Jello has gelatin in it, which has collagen in it, which is the same thing as bone broth and beef broth. So, little tip, drink your skincare. You can eat jello and you can drink broth, and it's really good for anti aging. Also, I mind my business. I think your skincare has a lot to do with the type of person you are. And if you mind your business, I think your skincare is top tier. It was white people lotion. It was, that water based lotion that don't really, nigga, I looked like Casper the Ghost when I put it on. You're getting blocked. I've been monetized for 4 months and I probably haven't done a video, I haven't done a twerk video besides my twerk outs in months. So, yeah, I'm already monetized, but the video that I post won't be monetized. So, sorry, you had to get blocked for that. What do tarot cards and twerking have to do with each other? Y'all act like I do tarot cards all the time. I do tarot card. I don't even know the last time I did a tarot video. Like, you had to get blocked for that. I'm sorry. I like you. Thank you. I like you too. Nothing. It's just a whole bunch of losers who are mad at their life and want to take it out on me because I actually have shit going for myself. And instead of looking in the mirror at their own selves, it's so easy to look at somebody else. And a lot of people look at other people to hide themselves. So it's way easier to look at somebody else's life and somebody else's mistakes than looking in the mirror at yourself. Yeah, I find that a lot of people look at other people's lives to try to feel better about their lives. But unlike them, they have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and clock into work. I, on the other hand, don't. So I guess those little $3 and $5 really be adding up. Oh, I just laugh at people. I just laugh, literally. Like, and the funniest part is the people who be talking about me aren't in a better position than me, don't look like nothing, don't got shit going on in their life, miserable as hell. Like, why would I care about your opinion? Clock in and make sure that the towels and the sheets that you put on the bed are right. Make sure you folding that bed up right. That's what you need to worry about on your daily special. To the housekeeper that thought she was funny trying to harass me. You got like 30 beds to change. Focus on the beds. Don't focus on me. Like, I love when people troll me because now it's my turn. Literally. Like, I'm just chilling, minding my business in my own peace, not bothering nobody. And you're so bothered. And I know you're going to watch this video. So, shout out to you. I hope you get a raise soon so that you stop being so miserable. You tell him to write, my sister, they need to focus on themselves. Yes, focus on your own life. Bitches be having way bigger problems on earth, but still find the time in the day to harass somebody who don't even know their name. Yeah, a lot of people want to be you. And when a person can't do what you do, they make fun of it. They laugh at you. They joke at you. Because those that can't talk. Like, literally. Yeah, but admiration turns to jealousy. There's a really thin line between admiring somebody and being jealous of somebody. When you admire somebody, you can look at them and you can get inspired and it can inspire you to do things. But if you're a person that doesn't do things or work on yourself, it can turn into jealousy. So there's a really thin line between admiration and being jealous of somebody. And a lot of people are sickly jealous, literally. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm the crazy one, but I don't bother anybody. And so many people go out of their way to stalk, harass, and do weird shit to me. Don't you think that that sounds a little more crazy than the person who's minding their business? I don't know. But I thought I was the crazy one. Well, I'm not running around harassing anybody, so I don't know. But anyways, we're not going to make it about the trolls. We don't care about the trolls. We're going to have a good day. We're going to do lots of streams today. I have the whole day in this room. I got the room another day. Yeah, I got a room another day off those little $5. It's crazy. So, yeah, got the room another day. I'm going to be here all day. I'm probably not going to work out today. Take a break and just do shrooms. I've never envied anybody because there's nobody on earth. Envy only comes when you think you can't accomplish something. That's when you envy people. When you look at their life and you feel like you can't do that, that's when you become envious of people. I don't feel like there's anything on earth that I can't do. And you should feel like that too. It may take a long time. It might be hard. You might have to get some training. You might have to go through processes, but you can do anything on this earth that you set your mind to. So there's no reason to be envious of other people's lives. And you got to understand, a lot of people got where they are from lying, manipulating, scamming. You shouldn't envy other people because you have no idea how they even got in those positions. You're not crazy. They're crazy. The people that is jealous of you because you're a very beautiful woman. I wish you was my woman. I will take care of you when I am a single man. Oh, you're funny. Yeah, you shouldn't envy anybody's life. You only envy people when you feel like you can't do what they do. So that's where the envy comes. But you shouldn't feel like you couldn't do anything. We are very capable of doing anything we want to do. It may not come tomorrow, it may not be a fast process, but if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything in this earth. Anything, no matter the odds against you, no matter what you've been through, no matter your past. If you put your mind to something, you can literally accomplish it. Like where your boyfriend is. I envy him. I'm not jealous, but I definitely am. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't do boyfriends. I've done that. I'm not really into the boyfriend thing. So I don't have a boyfriend. But yeah, so many undiagnosed people in this earth running around just free as a bird. Being a good, genuine person is all that matters. Exactly. And that's where a lot of people don't understand. You get rewards based on the person that you actually are, not the person you pretend to be. You get rewards off the person that you actually are, not the person that you pretend to be when people are watching you. The person that you are when you think nobody's watching you, because you're always being watched. There's cameras everywhere. You can't go anywhere on this earth besides like a little foreign little country that doesn't have much technology. You can't go anywhere on this earth without being recorded. Nowhere. I might do a little twerk out in my room, but I don't think I'm gonna go to the gym today. I think I'm gonna stay in the room because I got the room another day. I didn't really stream much yesterday because I wanted to decompress, just relax, give myself just a nice relaxed day. But I might do a little twerk out today. I have to get close though. That's one thing I have to do. I'm gonna do it early because I'm not at the point of having a boyfriend. I think having a boy, and this is not to be mean. I think you should date when you're younger or whatever in your early 20s, but I think a boyfriend is kind of childish. Like I don't want to I'm not trying to date somebody for 6 years and it don't go nowhere. Like we can be friends and then if you decide I'm the person for you, then let's get married. But I don't believe in having a boyfriend. I think that's very childish. But that's just how I feel. Like don't change how you feel just because how I feel. Like it's okay for two people to have two different opinions about something. Like, you know what I mean? Like how you feel can be your truth and how I feel can be my truth. So that's just personally my preference. So yeah, I believe in being friends and then getting married. I don't really believe in having a boyfriend anymore. Like, and then it's also a way for. Does my sound work? Because I might have to end this because I just got a call. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. No, I don't feel like I have any underlying flaws that I need to work on. That's just personally how I feel. I think a lot of people, and I think a lot of people should work on some underlying flaws before just jumping in a relationship. No, I don't have any underlying flaws at all. I've done a lot of inner work on myself. In order to have that sort of thought process, do you know what type of inner work I had to have to really think about? I'm just not into playing childish games. I'm not into that. Breaking up, arguing. You know how much energy we put on people that we're not even committed to? You're not my husband. Why am I getting so upset? Why am I doing You're not my husband. You're either married or you're not married. I don't really believe in the whole boyfriend thing. Be friends first before you become lovers, and tell the people in the chat that you have to become friends first before becoming lovers. Absolutely. Literally. You know I'm blowing in some motion. Plus, it's really strict over here. If you do something that I find really unappeasing, it's pretty much a wrap. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know I'm blowing in some motion. I do a lot of inner work. I do a lot of thinking to myself. I do a lot of, you know what I mean? I do a lot of inner work. But I'm glad my sound is working. I'm about to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Do Not Disturb. Okay. Here we go. You know I'm running in some motion. Good. Yeah. So also, a lot of people don't understand. When you text people, even if you delete those text messages, you can still go back and see those messages forever. Some of you are not so bright. You're not very bright. But the bright side is I have a lot of lawsuits coming up next year, so it'll be a good year for me. It's not going to be a very good year for some of y'all, but it's going to be a great year for me. A lot of lawsuits, they just keep racking up. That's why I don't even get mad. I'm like, okay, another lawsuit. You want to play? Okay, let's play. So that's the best thing about it. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna be trying to go live today, get my views back up because I was off for like 5 days. So I'm gonna try to get my views back up. I might do a get ready with me. I might put on a little makeup during my get ready with me, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. body in some motion. Might do a singing live. Now that I'm not sick anymore and I have my voice, I was sick as fuck for like 2 weeks. Also, my OF is free right now. Free and $3. If you never had it before, it's free. If you have had it before, it's $3. So go check out my OF. It's what is it? Nola J688. Nola Nola J688. So many lawsuits coming. I'm having a great day. I woke up. I'm alive. I'm young. I'm black. What's there to be mad at? I don't know who that is, but I'm putting you in timeout. I didn't block you though, but you're in timeout for a day. So no offense, but I got this far by being myself. So if you've never done it, you can't really tell me how to do it. It's easy to tell somebody how to do something on the sidelines, but if you've never done it, how would you know how to do it? I'm doing good. How are you? What would I remember you from? You know I'm balling in some motion. Like trying to give me pointers on how to grow on YouTube. Like, how many subs do you have? And that's not me being cocky, that's just me telling the truth. Number one city in the US I thought I would be most. That's me. Thank you. Nola's husband, I thought would be most fascinating. Nola's my actually way. I'm from Mozambique. I I think he meant I love you. So beautiful. Thank you. Shout out to Mozambique. Shout out to Mozambique. I can't wait to actually travel to all these countries because the US is, whew, telling you. He only has one subscriber and trying to give you advice. Exactly. Like I said, it's easy to tell somebody how to do something that you've never actually done. Talk about I fell off. You ain't even get on. Bitch, ow. And that's not even me trying to be mean. It just be so many people who can tell you how to do something but never did it their actual selves. My hair is braided down right now. I'm gonna take it out in a minute and do a get ready with me. I'm gonna take it out in a minute and do a get ready with me. I know, but I heard, not trying to be funny, but I heard it was a little racist in London. I don't know if that's true or not because I've never been, but I have heard that it's a little bit of a shock. And I also heard the food isn't that good. Is that true? Thank you. Is the food nasty? Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Racist, good, heavens, no. Okay. I mean, it's racist in fucking the United States, so I'm sure it's not something I'm not used to, especially where I grew up. Like, I grew up in a white area, so I'm definitely used to a little racism, but your skincare routine must be immaculate because you are radiant. No, I use Cetaphil I drink hello. If you don't know what Cetaphil is like a gentle cleanser for your skin. I use carrot oil. I use one thing that I added this year that was new is snail mucinin. And they even sell it at the Dollar Tree. Well, the one that I was at, they have this snail mucinin. Let me go get it. But the first time I seen it was at TJ Maxx. It was this. Um, it came with a toner, a snail mucinin toner, and a snail mucinin moisturizer. Let me grab it. I know I have it somewhere because I just put it on last night after I took a shower. I was gatekeeping this for almost a year because so many people love to copy me and act like I copied them. So I didn't post it when I first got the snail mucin. I'm like, I need to gatekeep some stuff for myself. But it's been a year now, so I really don't care anymore. But I got this one. This isn't the original one that I found. Sorry, y'all. The original that I found was at TJ Maxx, but I was at Dollar Tree one day and I seen this, so I had to get it. It's snail mucinin, hydrating brightness replenisher, and I got this from the Dollar Tree. And just put a little bit. I shouldn't be wasting it because I don't have that much, and I don't know if they sell it at this one. Yes, my OF is Nola J688. But yeah, snail mucinin. They sell it at some of the Dollar Trees, but the one that I originally got was from TJ Maxx. So you might even find it at TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx be having those rare finds. I need to go to the TJ Maxx here. I really don't because I have like an addiction to TJ Maxx. I really need to stay out of that store. Like a lot of people like Target, a lot of people have their favorite stores. Mine is TJ Maxx. It's Nola J, not JAY, just the J, and 688. I'm obsessed with your content. Thank you. I might do a little twerk out video in this room. I don't have much room because I got two beds in here. But I think if I move that thing over there, I think I'll have enough space to do a little something, something. So, but before I work out, I have to go get some clothes. So I just wanted to do like a little morning chat before I start my day. Since I was gonna go live last night, but I really just didn't feel like it. Really, I just wanted a little bit of me time because I can't go anywhere in public without being harassed. I'm getting too famous. It's scary. It really is. Like, imagine going out in public, going to a coffee shop, or even going to the gym, and motherfuckers come into our to go out of their way to harass you. Like, you know how scary that is? No, no, I don't believe you really have one. Yeah, I've had one for a long time. I don't understand what's funny. Thank you for subscribing. I can pick you up some and send it to you. That would be nice. Because I'm running low. Well, they are doing passive aggressive, like, you know how people will watch your, well, I don't know if y'all do content, but you know how somebody, this is just an example, like, I could do a video about, this has actually happened. I've done a cooking video about nachos, and then a motherfucker will get some nachos. Like, how else? Like, there's a reoccurring theme. There's a reoccurring joke about my winter coat. And then you know how I was sick for 2 weeks? Motherfuckers, when they see me, they'll start coughing, like fake coughing, because I'm the only person on earth that's ever coughed or laughed or ever was sick before. Just weird shit. Like basically letting me know that they watch my videos, but in a very passive aggressive way. Like, y'all know I love chips. I don't know if y'all know that, but I'm assuming y'all know that because my stalkers know that. So then motherfuckers will get bags of chips, like just weird shit trying to get me to crash out. Say little, last night I had a dude made a comment about my dad, like letting me know that you watched my videos of me talking about my father. Just weird shit. Just, you can tell who was a loser. Like, weird shit. Like, motherfuckers trying to make fun of the fact that I like wearing sweaters. Like, I don't get the jokes. Like, you're a fucking loser. You're bored. You don't got nothing else better to do. You were the last picked on the kickball team. Nobody wanted you to be on their team. So now, 50 years later, you want to take it out on everybody else. I have 100 free slots. If you've already had a free slot, it's not available, but there is a $3 slot. The free slots are only for first time subscribers. The $3 slots are for returning subscribers. So there's 100 free slots. So if it's not letting you do the free slot, it's because you've already had the free term. Yeah. It is a little bit draining, but when I realize that I'm going to sue everybody for hate crimes and harassment, it actually makes me happy. I want more people to harass me because the more lawsuits I have, the more money I'm going to get. And there's hard evidence. There's hard evidence. I mean, hard evidence. So I'm not really worried. And you can see that I'm just minding my business, not bothering nobody, not doing anything. You can see that it's literally out of nowhere. I'm sorry, I'm ignoring your question. My sister, don't pay no attention to the people that are jealous of you because I don't pay any attention to them, and that makes them even more mad. I'd be in my own happy little world thinking about how to get more money, how to do, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about my future. If I sat around and I worried about the miserable people who sit around and worry about me all day, I'd be just as fucking miserable as them. I will never let somebody take me there ever again. Yeah. You have to. Do you have email? Can you email me so I can send you my number, or do you want my Venmo or my Telegram? Whatever works easier for you. Because if you email me, I can just send you my Telegram and or my Venmo or my WhatsApp. You know I'm having this emotion. Right, Nola, you are always nice. I'm not always nice, but I'm definitely not mean for no reason. I'm actually a lot nicer to people than what some people deserve, but I'm not always nice. Nobody's always nice, but I definitely don't go out of my way to be mean to people. You know how much energy that takes to sit around and conjure up a plan to try to harass somebody or try to bother somebody? If some of y'all took that time and put it in yourself and actually worked on your life, then you'd probably be a lot nicer. Literally. You'd probably be a way better person. Like, if I'm the highlight of your day every day, like in a negative way, that's pretty sad. That's a very sad life to live. I couldn't imagine that at all. Like right now, there's a bitch that's clocked in at work. She probably had to be there since 6 in the morning, and she is mad as hell on my page right now, not even doing her job. know I'm having some motion. This is gonna make you horny, baby. My email is Nola, Nola, and then it's NU Jackson at gmail.com. Just chilling, about to start my day. Decided to do a little chat with y'all for a minute since I haven't been on in about 5 days. Nothing, just chilling. How's your day going? You know I'm loving in some motion. At work. Same, same. It's really nice when you actually put in work towards something and then you get benefits from it. And you can, you get paid to do less work. I mean, it's not really less work. Being a streamer is a lot of hard work. I don't think people understand. And then the mental aspect of being a streamer is not like you are literally putting your life in front of a whole bunch of people to judge you and to talk about you. Like, but yeah, I'm definitely too famous for a job, especially around here. I'm not telling you how much I make. That's none of your business. Thank you for the birthday wish. Being a streamer takes balls. Hell yeah, you have to put yourself out there in front of people that are gonna talk shit. Nobody, every celebrity, every streamer gets talked about in a negative light. If you ever go online and you look at the comments on some of these celebrities' pages, there are people saying the most egregious things. Like you gotta have really tough skin. You're gonna get talked about, regardless. You're gonna have people that don't like you regardless. You can't have everybody like you. If everybody likes you, you're fake. That's one thing I've learned. If everybody likes you, you're fake. You're not being yourself. You know, I'm vibing in some motion. But yeah, it takes a lot of work, especially when you don't have your own crib because you have to find places to go live. And yeah, if I had my own crib, it'd be a lot different. I could literally just sit and stream all day. But I don't have my own crib right now. So it is a little tricky sometimes trying to find quiet places to stream. But I don't complain. I just get it done some way, somehow. That's it. That's all. But I put in a lot of work. I've been working on YouTube for 2 years. It took me a whole year to even get any money off of it. So I was doing a lot of work for free for a long time. And I would rather any day do work for free for myself. And I'm not knocking the job. If I could find a job that isn't weird and isn't jealous of me, and because as soon as people find my YouTube or find that I'm lit on social media, it becomes this envious hate train, jealousy. You know what I'm saying? But I'd much rather do it on my own, even if I had a job and I might make this is the difference. A job is guaranteed money, and you might even make more money faster. With streaming, it's not always guaranteed. Well, when you're monetized, you're going to get paid regardless. But the amount is not always guaranteed. And you will start off with less, but if you keep going, you have the opportunity to make more. And that's any entrepreneur mindset. You take slow money over fast money because in the end, it's more rewarding. And that's how I look at it. I'd rather work for myself than And this is not no knock to a 9 to 5. I love working. Nobody worked more harder than me when I was working. Nobody put in more overtime than me. Nobody hustled like me in a 9 to 5. But because I get mistreated at jobs, I would much rather work for myself and have my dignity than to be kissing a manager's ass who makes $2 more than me. And not even that, because the overtime I put in my life, I was making more than my bosses. That's why they didn't like my ass. When I tell y'all, I used to be the overtime 16-hour shifts every day, baby. To the point where they started trying to take my hours away from me. How are you mad because I want to be here and nobody else wants to be here? Like, that's so insane to me. Like, I hate this shit. Working on something different. Yeah, I don't think working is bad. I think people are bad. I think working, and that's exactly why I can't wait for more jobs to get more robotics, because when you're working with people, especially your manager, your day pretty much is determined by their mood. So if they had a shitty day at home or they're having a bad day at work, guess who's now going to have to take the wrath of that? All because your manager is having a shitty ass day. I feel like that is putting too much of my future in other people's hands. And I don't like that. Like, don't come here being mean to me just because you found your boyfriend cheating on you last week. Like, don't, like, a lot of people can't leave their personal issues away from work. And that's why I say a lot of people are unprofessional in professional positions. If you have a professional position, like a manager position, you're supposed to separate your personal life from your work life. When you walk in that door to clock in, whatever's going on outside of work is supposed to stay outside of work until you get home. You are not supposed to be bullying employees, harassing employees, being mean to employees because something bad happened in your life. It's called being professional. And that's why I'm not even tripping on finding a job. Slow money is better than no money, or having to lose your dignity just to get paid. Like, and if you have a good job with cool people, keep it, because the job market is fucked up. And you might end up in a position with an even worse job. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. You might end up in a position with even worser employees and even worse managers. Literally. And now I'm running out. So what people don't understand, and I'm glad you're telling me that, my sister. Yeah. If you can and you have the ability to work on some entrepreneurship, do it while you work. Because in the beginning, it's going to be slow. It is. But if you're tired of working, thank you for the gift. But if you're tired of working for people and you feel like you have a business idea, work on it. But don't quit your job. Use your job to focus on your dream, and that actually can give you the motivation to clock in. That was my motivation to go to work every day. I wasn't working to try to retire or try to. My thought process is I'm going to use this money and invest it into my dreams. And that was my motivation for working all those hours, literally. Yeah, she was a strong black woman. Yes. Jealousy. It's crazy. And I still would be at some of my jobs if, like, the last job, they harassed me so bad, but I was making so much money that I just didn't care. I wasn't going to quit. They were trying to get me to quit. They were doing everything in their power to harass me and get me to quit, but I was making too much money. I was working 16-hour shifts, 5 to 6 days a week. You know how much overtime that is? To the point where they stopped letting me do 16-hour shifts. They stopped, like, they would do little funny shit like take my name off the list. They let me work 12s. Like, in the end, I could see they were trying to play with my money. They let me work 12s and all sorts of stuff, but they wouldn't let me continue my 16-hour shifts. So that's when I started noticing, like, oh, now you're trying to mess with my money. Like the only reason why I'm taking this is because I want to get paid. But that's just too much of a hassle for me. Yeah, I'm with you on that. My brother called it building a well. Yeah, you might have to go through the river to drink, but make sure on your way back, add to the mechanism that brings it to you eventually. No, I'm not a trucker. I don't want to be a trucker. I don't like driving big vehicles. Too many truck accidents. And to get your CDL is too expensive. And I am not investing into another business. I'm not. It's like 7 grand to go to school to get your CDLs, and you still have to pass. And you have to spend that 7 grand, even if you pass or not. That's just to go to school to get the training. I know because I thought about doing it last year. But then I was like, spend 7 grand on getting a trucker or just work on shit that I'm already building. Okay, I'm sorry. Where that nigga who don't play mind games out. You got to change that. But yeah, it's like 7 grand just to go to school. And that, I mean, that's at the school that I was looking at. I'm sure it's different prices everywhere, but you have to have the money. And then there's no like financial aid. You can't use any grants. You have to pay them cash money just to get trained. If you pass that test to get your CDL, it's all on you. But just to get the training is 7 bands at the school that I was looking at. And that's the reason why I didn't do it. I'm like, that's a lot of fucking money. Thank you. Thank you, Antoine, for the Sunday. Thank you so much. It's a lot of money. I'm looking into home inspection myself. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. And that's also another thing. If you're able to go back to school because I'm telling you, my prediction in the next 10 to 20 years, regular jobs will be non existent. You're going to have to go and get a degree because all this AI and robotics technology, companies are going broke. So the first cuts they're going to make are with the employees. I'm telling you, if you're able to go back to school and you don't got to go and get a degree, go get a certificate. If you're able to go back to school while you're working, do it. Because I'm telling you, in the next 10 to 20 years, it's going to be really hard to get a regular job. I'm telling you, factories are going to go robotic. They've already, think about how much the industry has changed within the last 100 years. A lot of stuff used to be manual, and now it's a lot of machine work. It's going to keep evolving. It's going to keep evolving. You got to be ahead of the curve because I'm telling you. And if you can stream, start streaming. It may not be like the fattest paycheck, but it'll add up and that'll be extra money for you. Yeah. Computer, any technology tech, and a lot of those tech things, you can get certificates. You don't have to necessarily go and get a degree. Anything with coding, computer science, those jobs are going to be very much needed. IT, any type of IT job, any type of computer job, computer analyst, software, security, all that type of stuff is going to be very prevalent in the next 100 years. Those are really good jobs to get into. And if you get into them now, you'll have seniority. You know what I mean? You'll have that time to build up and you'll be paid more because you'll have more experience. So definitely a good thing to do. Definitely. That's something that will always, because everything is technology. Everything. Everything we rely on is technology. So definitely a good choice. Yeah. I was doing computer science last year, but I had a racist ass teacher. Literally. Like this is how my last year happened. So I started one of my computer courses. The computer course was online. It was all self-based and it was a lot of work, right? Why could I not access my class for a whole 2 months? And then my teacher was like, "Oh, well, now that you can access your class, I'll give you time to make up the work." But when I tell you I was so behind, I didn't even have a fair chance in the beginning. And then one day I had all A's, and then I posted about me having all A's. And then the next day, my A went to an F. So I'm like, that's strange. So then I messaged my teacher. He was like, well, I gave you time to do the work. Nigga, I started 2 months late. I should have got 2 months to do the makeup work. Fair is fair. So I already had a bad grade, starting that bitch off. He was like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Maybe you don't care about getting good grades, but I do. I'm paying to be here. Yes, racist. And then he couldn't even help me. He drove all the way from because the community college I went to, they have two campuses. They have one that's like 20 miles away from me, and then they have the one where I live. And he was teaching at the one that was 20 miles away from me. He came all the way down to try to access my class. He was like, "Well, did you give somebody your information?" Like, why would I give somebody my fucking information to get in my He's like, "Well, did you leave your name open somewhere?" Why would somebody want to start doing my coursework? What would they gain from I was just looking at him like he couldn't even help me. And he's supposed to be the computer science teacher. I literally couldn't access my class for a whole 2 months, like a month and a half. I might be exaggerating. But when I tell you it was so many modules that we had to do, bruh, I was just like, oh my God, I want to drop this class. And I should have just dropped it. I really should have just dropped it. But it was too late for me to add another class. And I had to have a certain amount of course hours to be a full time student. So I had to keep taking the class. But literally, like, thank you. Uh, uh, uh. Was he white? No, he was Indian. And that's not me being like racist, but that's just me knowing the culture. And they don't necessarily have respect for women as far as like career based. They don't really, in their society, women are not supposed to be career led. Like, they're supposed to be like the men are supposed to be the ones with careers and stuff. They kind of don't value women. So I felt like that was a little sexism and a little racism. But yeah, I was so pissed off. So pissed. Literally, it's always something. Yes, you are very smart. You correct. Yes. Like how am I going to start the class later than everybody, but I'm expected to do the work in the same amount of time. And then I was working full time at that time too. I was working 16-hour shifts. So I'm just like, I should have said something to the dean when it first happened because I know the dean could have probably given me more time, but I wasn't really thinking clearly at that time. So, yeah, I was so pissed. Why they let you start 2 months late? Part of me wonders if that shit was done on purpose. A vape. Shout out to Miami. But part of me wonders if they did that shit on purpose. Literally. So, Yeah, I was definitely set up for failure. And I had a bad taste in my mouth from that school. And then my literature teacher was definitely a racist. She used to stalk my social media and then throw shots at me in class in front of everybody trying to embarrass me. I really think they did that on purpose. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like at first, I didn't think so because I'm like, I used to think like when I used to do my content, I used to literally be so like naive. Like even though I used to get a lot of views and I've had a lot of videos go viral, like a million plus views, um, I just really didn't think people watched me like that. But now that I'm seeing it, like people really watch my videos. Thank you. So yeah, I think that shit was done on purpose. I was so pissed off. And then I still had to take the exam. I'm like, bro, oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. But yeah, that made me change my whole career. Like that put a bad taste in my mouth. And I know I shouldn't have changed what I had to do based on one person's actions, but the school is very limited. So it was kind of like, what am I going to do? Huh? Thank you. I don't share. Did you not hear what I say? I don't know these people. Why would I give them my social media? There are people who, when they meet you, they go look at your social media. I think that that's weird. I've never seen anybody, I've never been in class with anybody, I've never been at a gym and be like, I wonder what their social media is like. But there are people who will type in your name and stalk you. Why would I give my teacher my Twitter? Why would I do that? Well, yeah, but then I'd have to deal with the same teacher. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that shit again. So I changed my whole career path after that. My entire career path. I was so fucking mad, dog. I just don't be feeling like, and maybe that's like the humbleness in me, but I never used to think that people really sat up and watched my videos. Like, I know I would get a lot of views, but I would think that it would be like, I always would think like it'd be like foreign people or like people who don't live by me. You know what I mean? I never really thought that there were people around me watching my videos like that. Never would have thought that, literally. So I guess that's a bit of naiveness on my part, but yeah. I don't even begin these jokes. You're miserable as hell. You know I'm letting in some motion for it to. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Shout out to Charles Young for sending me the Sunday. A North. Like the fuck. But there's no dirt that you can find on me. Like if I post something about my life on social media, I obviously don't care if people see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what dirt do you think you're trying to find by going to my social media? If I didn't want anybody to know, I wouldn't post it. I think people want to perceive you. I think people go to people's social media trying to perceive them instead of actually getting to know the person right in front of them. It's like they want to have a perception of you. Sitting here, I need to get my ass up. You know I'm mobbing in some motion. Mm, 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 mm. Like, I've never done that. I've never met somebody and been like, let's look up their social media. Let's stalk their social media. Like, I don't be that interested in somebody's life. Like, and I don't know, like, cocky shit, but it's just like I have my own life to worry about. I've never been so, you know what I mean? To the point where I'm like, oh, I gotta figure out what this person is about. Like, if I'm interested in somebody, I just get to know them. You know what I mean? Well, if they got to know you, they might have to like you and support you, and that's too much work for miserable people. Exactly. Sometimes people don't, sometimes it doesn't matter if a person gets to know you, if you were nice to them, if you were, sometimes people just don't like themselves so much that they want to find any reason to not like you. You don't have to do nothing to them, you don't even have to talk to them. And I found that out too. That's how individuals are because you're doing something that they can't do. Haters everywhere. But the funny part is, like, I'm not doing anything that other people can't do. It's just my willingness to actually put in the work and to be consistent. Like, there are so many people that can exactly do what I'm doing. All you gotta do is pick your camera up, especially with YouTube. Like, YouTube is different from Kick and like Twitch because, and even TikTok. TikTok and YouTube are the same as far as like anybody, any age can do a TikTok because there's people everywhere of all ages that watch these videos. And all you have to do is find a niche that works for you. But it doesn't really matter your age, your color, your body type, any of that, especially YouTube and TikTok. Now, Twitch and Kick are definitely for a younger platform, but there are definitely grown-ups who will tune into their favorite person. Like Mike Epps was thinking about doing streaming. He would definitely have the older crowd, the grown-ups, tune into his streams. You know what I mean? So, but that's because he already has a fan base. Now, if you are a nobody, it might be a little harder the older you are because Twitch is definitely for a younger crowd. But if you do like game streaming and stuff, you don't even have to show your face. Literally, you can just show the game and just have your voice in it. So there's really no age, especially with YouTube, there's really no age limit because there's literally, do you know how many people use YouTube to do everything? How to do this, how to do this, how to do that. Of all different ages and all different backgrounds, colors. So it's like YouTube is a good thing because anybody can literally do it. Now, actually having the confidence and the balls to put yourself out there, that all goes with who you are. But I'm not doing anything that others can't do. Anybody can do it. But a lot of people, we're in a society now where if you don't have gratification right away, you won't do it. And with YouTube and streaming and getting monetized on TikTok, that shit's not going to come overnight. You're going to have to put in a lot of hours that you're not getting paid for in order to see results. And with this whole fast gratification, everything has to be fast, fast, now, now, now. If I don't get the gratification now, I don't want to do it. That I think is kind of the thing when it comes to social media and streaming and stuff. It's like trying to get that fast gratification right away. And I think that that kind of deters a lot of people away from it because if a video gets 2 views, they feel like they're embarrassed. But she'll make a great wife. I love her. Oh, thank you. Man, I see dude on live preaching to himself in a full sweatsuit. I subscribe just so he feels motivated. I seen a dude on live preaching to himself in a full sweat in a full sweat. I subscribe just so he feels motivated. Literally. And then you know the thing is, another thing is with social media is people will purposely not support you on purpose because they don't want you to blow up. It takes nothing to subscribe to somebody. It takes nothing to leave a positive message under somebody's videos. It takes nothing to share other people's video. It takes nothing. But some people are so jealous that they won't support you because they don't want you to actually make it. Thank you. I might do one today. I just have to go and get some clothes. I think I have some shorts too, so I might do a little workout later. Like I said, I have all day. So you know I'm vibing in slow motion. But yeah, I support a lot of people. I had to be careful with some of the support that I gave because I noticed when you're too supportive or too friendly, people will try to humble you a little bit. So I dialed down on some of the people that I support and some of the people that I share and some people that I retweet because some people, are not very happy. Thank you. Yes, I have an idea for a channel. Should I fully plan it or just start where I'm at? You should just start. If you wait for the perfect time, it'll never be a perfect time. I think you should just start. And what I notice is a lot of people like seeing the growth. Like they want to go back and they want to see like where you started and then your videos improve and you get better. And they're like, "Oh, okay." I like it's kind of motivating for people to see like your start point and your growth. So I think you should definitely just start. Definitely plan out some of your videos, but you should just start. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to get better. Like my motivation, whenever I feel unmotivated or I feel like this is just a person I go back to because this is a person that I actually seen grow. Mr. Beast. Go type in Mr. Beast and go all the way down to his beginning videos. And then go watch his new videos. And that will give you motivation. I only intentionally follow people with under 10K. That's nice. Thank you. But yeah, you have to have a starting point. I remember I was on live and this guy was like, I'm thinking about quitting streaming. He was like, Kai Sinet makes me feel like I should quit. And I'm like, do you know that Kai started off the same way as you? Kai was living in the hood, in the projects, in his room, at his mom's house. And you want to know what made Kai go viral? You want to know how Kai's first viral video went? Because while he was on stream, a mouse ran across the stream and it went viral. And that's how Kai got his first viral video. Being yourself, showing your real life, people enjoy that because there are a lot of regular people who watch content. So if you have this unrealistic life that they can't relate to, it's going to be a lot harder to grow a fan base versus somebody who is showing their real life, their real, what's really going on with them, being themselves in their real environment. So, yeah, you can go look it up. Go on TikTok and type in, it might say mouse or rat and Kai, and go look at where he started. He was at his house in the projects. Yeah, like Kai really had a story. So if he can do it, I'm pretty sure there was times that they were homeless. I don't know if that's true or not. I know Phantom was definitely homeless with his mom before. Definitely. But I think Kai has a story of him and his mom and his brothers having to stay at a shelter before. Like people who've actually gone through things and actually lived a life. Like I think a lot of people get it confused and I think it's the Instagram life where people just show the glamour and these extravagant but to really build like a fan base on stream, being is realistic and real will get you so much farther than being something that you're not, if that makes sense. But if your real life is glamour and trips, people like that shit too, if that's your real life. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, starting off where you're really at is beautiful. And then if you really blow up, people can that gives people the motivation like, wow, you were homeless before. You went through this, you went through that, and you got there. I can do it too. You know what I mean? Like, wow, like you're getting blocked. Thank you. So yeah, I think being realistic. I'm telling you, my videos really, really started doing really good, and I started really blowing up when I really started showing my real life, and like not just showing the good parts of my life, but showing everything. Yeah, appreciate you dropping jewels. Always, always. I think I give away too much game for how I get treated. I give away so much free game. But like I said, there's a thin line between admiration and envy. And envy only comes when you feel like you can't do something. Always remember that. You should never be envious of somebody else's life because you can do the same thing that they're doing. And it might not be easy. It might not, it's not like tomorrow you're going to wake up a billionaire out of nowhere. You're definitely going to have to put in the work, but you can achieve anything. And never let anybody tell you you can't. Literally, you can do anything on this earth. We're only as stuck as we believe we are. But you can literally wake up every day and be a new person. You can change your career. You can change everything. You know what I mean? You can wake up and be like, you know what? This life that I'm living right now isn't making me happy. What can I do to make my life better? Whether that's going back to school, whether that's applying to a new job, maybe doing an entrepreneur idea, but you can literally change your life. That's why God gives us 24 hours every day. You get a new day every day. If you don't like the life that you're living right now, you can change it. Literally. Literally. And if you've been in trouble before, you might not be able to get certain jobs that you want, but you can still do something that makes you happy. It may have to be a little different. Like if you have a bad record or something, you may not be able to get necessarily the job that you want, but you can always be an entrepreneur. If you can't work for the company you want, you can build the company that you want, just like they did. I never really had a career path. I've always been an entrepreneur. So I wouldn't say I changed career paths. I've always been an entrepreneur. I never looked at a job as like a career path for me. I just seen it as something to help me make money to be able to invest in myself. I never really looked at a job as like, this is my career. But yeah. But I did go from dancing to not dancing anymore. So I guess you could say that was a career path change. But I haven't danced in a long time. So yeah. Yes, sir. But I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now. So yeah. 2 years. I just now got monetized 4 months ago. And then my other channel, I just got monetized 3 weeks ago. So, but it was a lot of work. Even my channel, my second channel, I never even really thought that I was going to monetize that. Literally, one day I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I have all the requirements to get monetized. I was like, but the channel was full of a lot of twerking. And then the first time that I tried to monetize, they didn't monetize me because of my music, because I had my music on my channel. So I deleted all my music and then I reapplied and then I got it. So that's another reason why I thought that the other channel wasn't going to monetize. I'm like, well, I have my music on there. And that was why I didn't get monetized the last time. But maybe they changed their shit because that was also a year ago. Um, but I never thought I was going to even monetize the second channel. And I just randomly, literally, randomly one day put in the application. I think 2 days went by. Congratulations, you are now a YouTube partner. So, yeah, I never even expected that. And it's crazy because every time I thought I was going to get it, I didn't get it. But every time I didn't think I was going to get it, I got it. So it was like, it was a nice surprise. Yeah. But yes. Yes, yes, yes. Also, if you're a new YouTuber, and I know you said you want to plan it out, but you go type in go to YouTube and type in highest CPM videos. That's going to tell you what niche and what type of videos pay the most on YouTube. When I first started YouTube, I didn't know that each video gets a different amount of pay based on the type of video. Technology is a really high paying niche. So if you can do reviews on different technologies or a lot of YouTube content like how to get subscribers, how to or whatever, those pay more. So that is also one thing about YouTube. Everybody doesn't get the same amount of money. Every video doesn't get the same amount of money. So since you haven't started yet, you can start building a niche with the highest paying CPM. That is one advice I would give to anybody who wanted to start a channel. I would go type in the highest paying CPMs. And CPMs is click per, I don't know if it's clicks per minute or something like that, but it's basically how much money you get per thousand views. YouTube pays per thousand views. So um right now my CPM is at about $8, almost $8. So per thousand clicks that is able to monetize, I get $8. Sort of like how you get paid an hour, but we get paid per thousand views. So if there's one thing I've learned from YouTube is live is how much actual talent ex dancers have outside of dancing. So many artists. Yeah, I'm not really a dancer though. I can't even lie to you. Only time I can really dance is when I'm drunk or when I'm tipsy. Then I turn into Michael Jackson, bitch. I don't know. I be doing shit. I'm like, how the fuck did I do that? I don't have no type of. I don't have that when I'm sober. I'm dead serious, bro. When I'm drunk, I really turn into like the girl off of Save the Last Dance on my mama. But when I'm sober, bro, I'd be like, where did that go? Seriously, I cannot. I don't know. I'm not the best dancer. Even when I be doing some of these twerk workouts, I'd be like, bro, I have really bad hand-eye coordination. Like, I can do sports with big balls like basketball and volleyballs, but anything with a tiny ball like baseball, softball, racquetball, I can't because my hand and eye coordination is not the best. Yeah. So, yeah. No, I gotta get some clothes and I don't feel like working out right this second. I ain't about to work out in this outfit that I had on last night. I'm about to get up though. I'm just chatting with y'all right now. And then I just had a missed call. And this is why I be feeling like, bro, am I really that famous? I'd be like, stuff be a coincidence, but I'm telling you, stuff don't ever be a coincidence in my life. Like I really like certain things, I'd be like, nah, that's just a coincidence. But then when I really, whenever when the shit hits the table, it was never a coincidence. Cause I just got a call from a school, but ironically, I get a call back when I go live. I feel like that's a little fishy. Like, and then the email that they sent me was a weird ass email. So I'm just like, am I really that famous? Like, I'm really that famous. Like, I got cities that I never be in talking about. That would make me nervous. People know me that I don't know. That does make me nervous because when I walk in the room, I'm like the center of the conversation, but it's like, I don't know any of you. So it's like weird. And it's not even that they know me. They just watch my social media. That doesn't mean you know me just because you watched all 5,000 of my videos. Like, you know of me, you see my character a little bit, but you can't really base knowing me based off of watching my videos. Like, you can only show so much on social media as well. You know what I mean? Yes, I do be turned up in the gym. But I just be so I don't know if I want to keep doing lives at the gym. I might start doing just videos because every time I go to the gym, I always get stalkers who be waiting for me to go live. And I just be like, what do you get out of that? Like, what point are you trying to prove? And then it'd be this secret competition in the gym, like, oh, I'm lifting more than you. See, told you she's a fake fitness person. Well, I've dropped 40 pounds in 4 months doing it my way, not their way. So I'm 12 pounds away from my high school weight. 12. I haven't been under 200 pounds in almost I want to say like a year and a half. So, yeah. Yeah. And I didn't even notice. I used to weigh 220. I'm now like 185. I definitely had a couple pounds because I ate yesterday and I weighed myself at the end of the day. And that's not when you're supposed to weigh yourself. I'm like 185. I am literally almost at my high school. Yes, I am tall. I'm like 5'9". When I was in high school and I played basketball, they put me as 5'9.5". But I'm like 5'9". With shoes on, I'm like 5'9.5", 5'10". I'm not 5'11". I'm like 5'9" to 5'9.5". But I'm also thick and I have a lot of muscle. So you have to also add in body shape because, yeah, I'm very thick. Like my weight is distributed right. Most of my weight is my lower half, not my upper half. So, and I have a lot of muscle. I can tell by the chat. LOL. Yeah. But yeah, so many trolls. I just be sad because I'm like, don't you have anything better to do? Like, I don't know, take care of your children. So true, especially when you be on the court. No, I don't do competitions. I actually think that fitness competitions are unhealthy because people eat like really dangerous, like low amounts, and they work out. And then right before competition, everybody's trying to drop that water weight and starve themselves. And I think that that shit can be extremely unhealthy. So no, I don't be trying to compete with nobody. I just be trying to do my own thing. You know I'm vibing in some motion. You ain't even get on, bitch, bitch. Oh, all your bitches is precious. Oops, I mean to say jealous. All you bitches is jealous. I have a lyric for everything. I'm a songbird. I'm a songbird. And that's why I feel like I would be a really great producer because I actually know music. And not even just a good producer, I would be a good music analyst. Like a lot of the reviewers that be reviewing tracks and be like, they don't really know music. So like they don't get why certain things will make a song brilliant or why certain frequencies and certain things. So it's like, how can you speak on something that you don't really know much about? I love music. I've loved music since I was a child. And that's why I think I will be a great producer and songwriter. Well, I know I will. I'm going to be a great producer and a songwriter. Literally. The best. Oh, you bitches is jealous. Bitch, bitch. Oh. Talking about I fell off. You ain't even get on. Bitch, bitch. And that's why my cousin is in school for. That is one thing I would like to go to school for is to learn how to actually produce. But some of the best producers in the world never went to school. So, yeah. I know a lot of producers who went to school to be a producer, and I heard they beats. Just because you know how to do something don't mean you know how to do something. If you catch my drift. Like, and that's not knocking your cousin. Your cousin might be fired, but I'm just saying, like, I know people personally that went to school and they've played me their beats. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell was that? What the hell? Yeah, I bet they spend 20 million hours in the studio. Like this one guy, he hit me up. He wanted to do a feature. He wanted to do some songs with me or whatever. He's a producer. And he's probably gonna see this video, but I don't care. He was gonna fly me out to Florida because he has a studio and he was going to do music with me. I'm like, well, let me hear your music. I've had a lot of people that hit me up that want me to be jump on their beat or do a song with them, but I don't let people use me for clout anymore. So if I'm gonna do a song with you, I have to actually like the song and want to do the song. Me jumping on somebody's song isn't helping me. But if somebody sees, because my my highest view song has gotten 7,000 views. My highest freestyle that I did, I think, is at like 15K on here. And I've actually made money off of some of my songs that aren't copywritten, which a lot of artists can't say that. I've actually made money off of YouTube for some of my songs. Um, but where I'm going with this is a lot of people see that it pays to support people in the beginning. Trying to jump on somebody's train when you see that they have a train going and thinking that you're going to get like clout off of it is it's not going to work. And when I listen to his music and I believe that music is very much subjective because everybody has their genre that they like. And what I might think is trash, another person might think is fire. And you're totally entitled to your opinion. But I'm not jumping on something that's trash just to do a song. Like, if it's not something I don't feel, I'm not doing it because I don't need to do it, if that makes sense. Like any song I've ever made, I was passionate about it. Like it was something I really liked. So any song that I jump on is gonna have to be the same thing from anybody else. Same with the beat. Like if I hear a beat, it's gonna be have to be something that I really love. Like I'm not just jumping on something just because Joe Schmo emailed me and was like, "Let's jump on my beats." Like even if it's paid, yeah, even if it's paid, because I don't need the money that bad. Like I have to really feel it. I don't even think I could be inspired to write a verse to a song that I'm not into. Like I have to be inspired to really write music. So I don't even think I could because I'm very passionate about music. I'm very passionate about music. So yeah, everything isn't for sale. And then another thing is also jumping on what I've like some problems that you'll see artists have. And that's why a lot of the time when an artist blows up, you'll see that the song was remastered because now you have people trying to get money off of you. Like if the song blows up, you might have paid the producer like okay, you can go like the studio I was at, you could do a session. I think an hour and a half session was like $75. I think a 3 hour session is like 150. So you pay the producers and the mixers or whatever, and if you buy beats from people, you pay them however much. But if your song blows up, now they feel like they deserve more money, even if you put in the work to blow up the song. And that's why you'll see like a lot of artists, like their first original song that blew them up, you'll see that it's remastered by somebody else. Yeah. Oops, I mean to be jealous. Bitch, ow. Talking about I fell off. You ain't even get on. Bitch, oh. But yeah. I turn a lot of things down for money. No, that's Doja Cat. I'm singing Doja Cat. I really like Doja Cat. I think that Doja Cat is a little bit underrated, but I think that I think it's the content that she makes music about and her skin color. Like, how do I explain it? If Doja Cat was darker, I think that her content of music and the stuff that she talks about, I think that it would be pushed out more. But because she's light skinned, I think that it's a little bit of like colorism. Like and this is not just for me just pulling it out of my ass. Do y'all remember Brooke Valentine? If you don't, like I said, I really know music, so I really know artists, even if they're not like a major artist. She also was on Love and Hip Hop. Brooke Valentine had a song called Girl Fight, and it was about fighting girls, beating girls up. And she did like a little talk about that song or whatever. They made her tan to get darker for the music video because they said she was too light skinned to have that sort of content in her song. They made her tan. They made her go to the tanning bed and be a lot darker than what she actually is because they said that she was too light skinned to have such a rowdy song. I think it was Little John that produced that song. But yeah, they told her she was too light for that content to make that song. So they made her go in the tanning booth and get darker because apparently only dark skinned females can rap about shit like that, I guess. Yeah. Crazy. There's no way I would have did it. But I understand when you're trying to be a star and you got to make certain sacrifices, but I would have told them to eat my asshole because the song was hot. Like it was already hot, so it's like yeah, she did a whole little interview talking about that. Yeah, it's crazy. You know that the Beyonce's label, you know what? Do you want to know why Beyonce left her label? You want to know why she ended up starting her own label? Because they said that her music was becoming too black. What color do you think she is? Both of her parents are black. I like my baby's hairs with baby hair and afros. Like Beyonce is definitely black. Black as hell. Probably the blackety black you can get. Like, yeah, that's why she left her label. Her label told her that she was making too much of black music. So she left her label and she started her own label. Little fun fact that you probably didn't know. They like pop star Beyonce. They didn't like when she started talking black and doing more black. I don't know what word to say. R&B music. They like pop star Beyonce. So she left her label, started her own. Yeah, it's crazy what people go through behind the scenes. It's crazy. Talking about, I fell off. I'm about to get off. I've been on for a while. On for an hour and a half. You know I'm running in slow motion. It's hard to really be an artist. If you're not independent, I think that's the beauty. Like certain artists, like Young Boy, he's not independent, but you can tell that Birdman lets him be himself. And that's why he's able to drop so much and have real like control over his music. A lot of artists, especially they're like on their come up, they don't have control over their music. So it's kind of hard to be an artist. And this is like I say, it goes back to the Renaissance era where you had to make certain type of music for the church and certain rich people or you wouldn't be paid. It's like it takes away from your artistry because it's like that's like telling an artist, like a actual painter who paints or does pastels or whatever, you can do your art, but you have to do birds. All your paintings have to be about birds. And it's kind of like you're kind of limited on the things that you can paint and draw. You know what I mean? Because you don't have that artistic freedom. And that's kind of what makes an artist. So, yeah. Medici. Yeah. You know I'm loving in some motion. Where's that go on? Shout out to Chicago. That's one place I've been to, but I never got to try their food. That's one thing on my list. I gotta go to the hood. I gotta go get me some chicken and some fries. What's that sauce they be putting on it? I gotta try it at least one time. That's one place I've been there, but I never, like I stayed downtown. I didn't go to the hood. I didn't go get no, what's that place with the chicken and the fries that they be getting out there with the sauce? But yeah, I didn't get to go get that. And I didn't get to go get none of them Chicago hot dogs or none of that shit. So even though I don't think I would like a Chicago hot dog because it has a lot of shit on it. But yeah, I have to go back. To go back and go to the hood and get me some motherfucking chicken. You know who I would love? Like that would be such a great stream. If I went with Ari and she showed me around, she showed me all the food spots, that would be a good stream. That would be a really good stream. We just ate. That would be a really good stream. Take me to the hood, baby, where I feel more comfortable. Literally. You know I'm riding in some motion. You know I'm living in some motion. But yeah, that would be a really good stream. We could even work out before. We could do a little workout session, then we can go get some hood food, have some drinks. That would be really fun. That would be so fun. Literally. You know I'm vibing in some motion. I've never been to Memphis. There's a few places I've never been. St. Louis. I haven't been to all 50 states yet. You know I'm vibing in some motion. Where's that nigga who don't play mind games at? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Change that, change that. Say, but don't play with my emotions. All right, y'all, I'm about to get off because y'all ain't really saying nothing else. And I think we had a good little conversation. So I think I'm gonna thank you for the gifts. Like I said, I'm gonna be back on. I'm gonna do some, I'm gonna do some, probably some song reviews. I might even have a little DJ session. If I do a song reviews, I'll probably do it on Twitter, so I don't have to worry about no copyrights. That's why I'm like, but now that I've learned, they have copyrights on Twitch too. So that's what makes me wonder, how does Kai and all of them get away with playing music and stuff whenever he goes live? Because he plays a lot of music, like a lot. Like his whole 30-day streamathon that he did, he even had a DJ session for when he took a shower. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do y'all get around the copyrights? I mean, I know they get gifted, so like maybe that's, if you're getting a lot of gifts, you probably don't care about the copyrights, but I don't know. I just really wonder that because Agent did a whole video talking about how he was coming to YouTube to do certain content because he was dealing with a lot of copyrights when he was streaming on Twitch. So it just makes me curious. I thought that they didn't care about playing music and stuff. So I don't know. I have to figure that out. Twitch is something that I'm just not, I don't know. I just don't like Twitch. But I also think Twitch is a lot of kids. It's a lot of little kids. And like I expect little kids to be trolls. Like you're a little kid, you're bored, you're at home. Like you ever like, you know, my brothers used to play a lot of games. They used to play like Call of Duty and all that stuff online. And like it's just like when you're playing a little badass kid on Call of Duty and they start calling you the N-word and talking about your mom. Like that's kind of how I see Twitch. You can play like 10 seconds of the music. Yeah, but they play like Kai plays entire songs. So that's what the hell is 10 seconds? You can't even you feel me? Hi. I'm loving in some motion. Shout out to California. I've been in California. I've been in California a few times. And I remember when it's like crazy because I've really like crossed off a lot of things on my bucket list. Really have. I remember when that was a dream. I wanted to live in California so bad. When I was a kid, I used to look up ticket prices. That shit used to say like $1,000. Like, yeah, I'm not going there, bitch. I'm a kid. I got no money. But I've been a couple times. The worst part is I went during COVID though, so it was kind of boring. The first time was really, really boring because everything was shut down. And then the second time, everything wasn't shut down, but they had a curfew. The beach had opened up, so I did get to go to the beach. But I don't know, bitches just be haters. And that's why I hate when I'm around people that try to force me to be around people. Cause it's like in a normal environment, I wouldn't even be around you. So it's like now I have to force like fake be friends with people that yeah. And I've been popping on social media for a long time, so people definitely be knowing who I am, and I don't be knowing them, and it'd be weird, like it'd be awkward. So that was kind of my situation when I went to California the second time. You got a whole like gosh. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I can say that. I definitely lived my life. I think that's why I'm not bitter or miserable right now. Because I actually got to live my life in my 20s. Okay, I looked it up. They said he gets permission from the artist. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you just got to be kind of like, what's the word? Plugged in. That's the word I'm looking for. All right.